Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got an insider's perspective on one of the biggest financial scandals in corporate history, the collapse of Enron. This is a story of greed, deceit, and corporate downfall, told from someone who saw it all happen. Buckle up because this is going to be a wild ride.
Back in the late 90s, I was working in the finance sector, right in the heart of Houston, Texas. The city was buzzing with economic activity, and the skyline was a testament to its booming financial district. It was a time of great optimism and growth, and everyone seemed to be riding the wave of prosperity. Enron was this massive, shiny beacon of success in our city. The company had its headquarters in a towering building that seemed to touch the sky, symbolizing its lofty ambitions and unparalleled success. It was a name that everyone knew, a brand that was synonymous with innovation and progress. They were doing things no one else was doing, trading energy, broadband services, you name it. Enron was not just a company, it was a pioneer, venturing into uncharted territories and setting new standards in the industry. Their trading floor was a hive of activity, with brokers and traders working around the clock to capitalize on every opportunity. Enron was the future, and everyone wanted a piece of it. Investors were clamoring to buy Enron stock, and the company's share price seemed to be on an unstoppable upward trajectory. It was as if Enron had discovered the secret to perpetual growth, and everyone wanted to be part of that success story. I remember the first time I visited their headquarters. The lobby was grand and imposing, filled with marble and glass, exuding an air of sophistication and power. It was a place where deals were made and futures were shaped. The place was bustling with energy, literally and figuratively. Employees moved with purpose, their faces reflecting the excitement and urgency of their work. It was a high-pressure environment, but it was also a place where innovation thrived. You could feel the ambition in the air. Everyone was driven, motivated by the promise of success and the thrill of being part of something groundbreaking. It was a culture of excellence where only the best and the brightest could thrive. They were always in the news, hailed as one of the most innovative companies in the world. Headlines praised their groundbreaking strategies and visionary leadership. Enron was a darling of the media, a symbol of what corporate America could achieve with the right mix of talent and ambition. But behind the glitz and glamour, there was a dark side that very few knew about. Beneath the surface of success and innovation, there were secrets, dark, troubling secrets that would eventually come to light. The facade of perfection hid a reality that was far more complex and sinister. The story of Enron is not just one of rise and fall, but also a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition and the lengths to which people will go to maintain an illusion of success. It all started to crumble in late 2001. I was at work when the first rumors started circulating. Something wasn't right at Enron. Their financials weren't adding up. I had a friend who worked in their accounting department, and she was always tight-lipped about the inner workings. But one day she looked more stressed than usual and mentioned that things were about to get ugly.
Then came the memo. Sharon Watkins, a VP at Enron, wrote a chilling memo to CEO Ken Lay in August 2001, warning that the company might implode in a wave of accounting scandals. This memo was not just a simple warning, it was a detailed account of the financial misdeeds that were taking place within the company. Watkins meticulously outlined the various ways Enron was manipulating its financial statements to hide its true financial condition. She was brave enough to put her career on the line to expose the truth.
I remember reading excerpts of that memo, and it was like a bombshell. The language she used was so precise and alarming that it was impossible to ignore. Watkins didn't just hint at problems, she laid them out in stark detail. She described how Enron was hiding billions in debt through a network of convoluted partnerships and accounting tricks. These were not minor discrepancies, they were massive systemic issues that could bring down the entire company, and feeling a cold shiver down my spine. The memo painted a picture of a company on the brink of disaster, teetering on the edge of a financial abyss. By October, it was all over the news. The media picked up on the story and soon everyone knew about the memo. It became a symbol of corporate greed and the lengths to which some companies would go to deceive their investors and the public. The fallout was swift and severe, leading to one of the most infamous corporate collapses in history. Enron admitted to accounting errors and had to revise its financial statements for the past 5 years, erasing $586 million in profits. The stock market reacted violently. Enron's shares, once trading at over $90, plummeted to under $1. It was chaos. Investors were furious, employees were panicking, and the entire financial sector was in shock. I remember the day Enron filed for bankruptcy, December 2nd, 2001. It was like a bomb had gone off in Houston. Thousands of employees lost their jobs and their life savings overnight. The mood in the city was somber. Enron's collapse wasn't just a corporate failure, it was a personal tragedy for so many families. The trials that followed were a spectacle. Ken Lay, Jeffrey Skilling, Andrew Fastow, these were names everyone knew.
I took a plea deal and testified against my former colleagues, revealing the intricate web of fraud that had propped up Enron's facade of profitability.
Skilling was sentenced to 24 years in prison, though his sentence was later reduced. Ken Lay, however, passed away before he could be sentenced. One of the most significant outcomes of the Enron scandal was the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002. This federal law introduced major changes to the regulation of financial practice and corporate governance. It was designed to protect investors from the types of fraudulent accounting activities that Enron had engaged in. Witnessing the rise and fall of Enron was like watching a real-life thriller unfold, with all the twists and turns you could imagine. It taught us a harsh lesson about corporate greed and the importance of transparency and accountability. Even now, years later, the echoes of Enron's collapse still resonate in the financial world.
Wow, what an intense and personal account of the Enron scandal. The bravery it took for the whistleblower to come forward and expose the truth is truly commendable. It's stories like these that remind us of the importance of integrity and transparency in the corporate world. It's a stark reminder of how unchecked ambition and greed can lead to disastrous consequences. The ripple effects of such scandals are felt far and wide, affecting not just the employees and shareholders, but also the economy and society at large. The Enron scandal serves as a cautionary tale for businesses and individuals alike. If you found this story as gripping as I did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the world of corporate scandals. We strive to bring you well-researched and compelling content that sheds light on the darker side of the business world. Your support helps us continue to uncover these important stories. And if there's a particular case you'd like us to cover, let us know in the comments below. We value your input and are always on the lookout for new stories to investigate. Whether it's a recent scandal or a historical case, your suggestions help guide our content and ensure we're covering the topics that matter most to you. Stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video. Remember, knowledge is power, and staying informed is the first step towards making a difference. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep questioning and stay curious.